Year-old mom.
Beautiful day here in New York. Little jacket is all you need. Could be great. All right, tomorrow on the show, Chris Kattan from Saturday Night Live will be here.
The new witch on Charmed, Rose McGowan.
Yeah.
And the Love Chef.
And the Love Chef, well, this is apple picking weather, so he's got some apple recipes for us tomorrow.
Oh, terrific. That's a great idea.
Okay, our first guest, living it up, boy. I'm telling you, what a life he's got, touring around the world as a member of one of the hottest music groups in the country. Of course, NSYNC, and now seen making his big screen acting debut in a new film, which he produced called On the Line. Here's Lance Bass.
Thanks.
Lance, it's good to see you. Huh?
Good seeing you.
Absolutely.
Do you ever get tired of the screams and the applause?
Never, no.
Maybe loves it.
I love the fans.
But when you go home and nobody screams when nobody screams and yells.
I hire people to.
You do?
I do.
Okay.
Yeah.
He's got a whole chorus sitting in the Here Comes Lance. So what was it like performing with Michael Jackson?
Amazing. I mean, he's the king of pop.
Yeah.
Someone I grew up listening to.
Sure.
And I don't know, it's an honor. Definitely.
Did you spend any time with him backstage, off stage?
We've seen him quite a bit the last year, and he really is a great guy, really humble and very into what we're doing.
Good.
Have you been to Never Never Land?
I haven't. I've always wanted to go though, because I hear it's so much fun.
I want to go too. I want to break in. That's where he lives, you know.
Never Land. Yeah, I know. Out in California, sure. So now, you're very busy, Lance. You found a movie script that you liked, and you went out and you got it produced, and then you needed a leading man to play and so who'd you pick?
I picked myself. Why not? No, I started a production company back in last October, and we were trying to find the perfect movie for us to do. What we do is we make good quality movies that utilizes athletes and musicians in film. And found the script, loved it, was going to produce it, didn't have time to do it at all. And then realized I did have like a month and a half, and this character was so perfect, I wanted to tackle this character.
Now, how did the other guys feel about you branching out into films? Isn't that going to be a problem?
Well, he cast another member.
Yeah, Joey's in the film.
Oh, Joey, but the other three guys are left out.
Oh no, they're not left out. Come on. No, what's cool is we didn't want to all five be in it because it'd be cheesy. You know, it'd be like, oh, the NSYNC movie. But they wrote music for the soundtrack.
Oh, so everybody collaborated.
It's all great.
So now, did you take any acting lessons to get ready for this major role?
I took one lesson. I really, because I was nervous. I've never done this before in my life.
But isn't it a lot like a music video in certain ways? Because when you perform, you're telling a story with your song.
It's true, but it's the dialogue. See, I have the worst memory in the world.
Yeah, music video, you're just singing and walking around and prancing, you know. We're talking about dialogue. We're talking about talking to people here.
He's the producer. What's he going to do, fire himself if he doesn't know the lines?
Yeah, it's a good question, Lance.
I haven't thought of that.
You better learn those lines.
No, but it was fun. I really enjoyed it.
So you took one acting lesson.
I did.
All right. So now, what was the first day on the set like when the director yells, "Action"?
It was overwhelming because you dream of this moment. Since I was a little kid, I've always dreamed about doing a movie. And I don't know, I got really close to the cast and the crew. And I knew everybody on the set, so it was a lot more comfortable than I thought it'd be.
You know, I love the premise. You probably have read about the premise.
I think it's a great idea.
It's a great idea. They're on a train, elevator train in Chicago.
Right.
He sees this girl, strikes up a conversation with her, really feels for this young lady, and then suddenly, one of the stops, she gets off the train, and he didn't get her number, doesn't know how to reach her again, is pining. His heart is breaking for her. That's the whole story.
Yes.
But he goes on a quest to find her. A quest.
A quest.
A quest for love.
You know, the first thing he does, he takes a love cruise to see. We'll be right back in a moment with Lance. We have O-Town coming on the show.
Right.
You know, we should have a fist fight between NSYNC and let's get it decided once and for all.
Listen to the girls. They like the idea of a fist fight.
You know, it was during the commercial break that I got up close to Lance and we were talking a little bit during the commercial break. And then Gelman, he's always hovering around me, came up behind. I looked at him and I see a startling similarity. Here's a split screen between Lance Bass and Gelman. Tell me, Gelman. Gelman, you got to get your hair to stand up. You may have a magic belly, but your hair is not standing up.
You know,
all right.
in your next hit single, your next music video, you should have Gelman choreograph it, because what he can do with his stomach will shock and amaze you. Shock and
I don't think I want to
amaze.
see
Too,
this.
huh? Yeah. Okay, so let's talk about making the movie now. What's the most nerve-wracking day you had?
Well, there was a day where it got cut out of the movie, of course, but Al Green is in this movie.
Al
And
Green,
he's
yeah.
amazing. And there was a scene where it was a dream sequence. He's kind of like my guardian angel throughout the whole movie. And we do this duet thing, and we were about to do another shoot of it, and I went to the director, and he was like, "Oh, don't be nervous, Harrison here. You know, don't be nervous." I'm like, "Oh, that's a movie term, you know." I'm like,
Don't be nervous, Harrison
Harrison's
is
here.
here.
I'm like, okay. So I'm doing the scene, I'm looking out, and it's Harrison Ford, like staring at me. I'm like, okay. And he was filming a movie and wanted to come check
Isn't
out.
that something when Harrison Ford stares at you?
It's very
It's
intimidating.
scary.
I couldn't do it. I had
He's
to
sat
end
here
it
so many days, it just gives me this.
I know. There you go.
Like,
It's very
just-
intimidating.
Did you feel like
Indiana.
young Skywalker in the
Yeah.
Star Wars movie with
It was
Harrison
more
staring
Indiana,
at you?
you know, and I was like,
Indiana.
whoa.
So he
Indiana
just
was
came
like
and he
that.
looked at you and then he left?
No, he came. He was very supportive.
That's nice.
Talked to him great.
Now, he picked his leading lady out of
You
all these
picked it?
girls.
I did.
What'd she have to do to get the job?
When you're the producer, you do things. When you're the
What are you
producer,
trying to talk
you can brief your leading lady, you can do whatever you want. So what happened?
No, we had it down to like 3 actresses, and I wanted to go read with one to see which one I connected with, and it was Emmanuelle Shrieky. It was immediate. She just had something. there.
Immediate rapport, huh?
Yes.
So anyway, the guy's on the train, he meets her, she leaves, and then he has a campaign to get her back and find out who she
With
is.
the help of his trying to help friends, they're a little still in the college mentality, and they're just out there to get some play,
So
basically.
they can't understand why you're searching for just one girl when there's so many girls.
So they take
Stupid
advantage
college
of it.
kids don't know real love when they see it.
I tell ya.
Let's take a look at this now. Here they are getting acquainted on the train.
You're a Cubs fan.
Born and raised.
All right, all right. So tell me your best and worst Cub moment.
Best, whenever they win.
Of course.
Worst, Game 5 in the 84
The
playoffs.
ground ball that went through Durham's legs. That is the worst moment of my
Horrible.
life.
I was so depressed. I didn't even go to school the next day.
I cried.
Okay, most guys wouldn't admit that.
This is Adam Street. Next stop, Madison.
That's the stop.
You look at me.
I noticed that. Y'all definitely have a connection. It's a cosmic connection.
That's how Regis looked at me the first day we met.
Yeah, it was.
Exactly like that.
Wow.
Was it bad lighting, or was your hair black for
No,
the show?
it was supposed to be brown. That was actually in Chicago, where I had a different hairstylist, so it was a little darker than when we shot in Toronto.
Why couldn't you just go with your hair?
Well, I wanted to do something different.
You didn't
for
want to look like
acting.
Lance
I-
Bass, you wanted to be Harrison Ford.
Exactly.
I understand that.
I wanted a little easier for the fans to, get past me.
All right, so what's new with NSYNC now? You going on tour again?
We're going back on tour in April. So we just finished the Pop Odyssey tour, which is incredible. And we're doing a few events now. We're doing Washington, D.C. on the 21st for the World Trade Center.
That's a
amazing
great
people,
thing.
Aerosmith, Mick Jagger, Michael Jackson will
it's a
all
big
be
one.
there. So that's going to be great.
All right, so you'll be back on tour then in
the spring.
In the spring, right? And the movie opens later this month, October 26th,
October
right?
26th,
We're looking
yes.
forward to it. It's called On the Line, all right? Lance, thank you very much. Good luck to you. Back with Old Town in a moment.
Friday on Live, Lance's co-star and also from NSYNC, Joey Fatone.